What is going on, everyone? My name is the California Cougar, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be voting on the All Star Game, on who should start in the 2019 MLB All Star Game. This is the second round of ballots. The first round is already finished, and basically they gave us the top 3 at each infield position and the top 9 in the outfield, as well as the top 3 for DH in the American League here. So, yeah, basically we have from today up until 4 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, I think, to vote for who's going to start in the All-Star Game. And I think whoever has the most votes here starts in the All-Star Game. So let's get right into it here. Starting off with the first baseman, we're going to start with the AL. So we got C.J. Cron, Carlos Santana, and Luke Voit. Now, a lot of people are talking about how good Luke Voit and C.J. Cron have been this year. But if you actually look at the numbers here, Carlos Santana actually has the best numbers of the 3. He's got a 951 OPS as opposed to 877 for both Luke Voit and C.J. Cron. And they all have about the same amount of home runs. Santana actually has one more than Voit and Cron. Cron's got 51 RBIs, Santana 48, Luke Voit 49, and then Santana's got a 290 average as opposed to 280 for Cron, 270 for Voit. So, actually, of the 3 here, I think Carlos Santana is the most appealing. So I'm going to give my vote to Carlos Santana. And of course, it's going to take 8 years to load because that's how my computer is. Come on. Oh my god, why is it so slow? Oh, hold on, guys. We'll get this. There we go, finally. God damn. Alright, moving over to the National League here. We got Josh Bell, Freddie Freeman, and Anthony Rizzo. Now, Anthony Rizzo, he's got some pretty good numbers. 273, 19 home runs, 55 RBI, 914 OPS. Those are good numbers. But when you compare them to Freddie Freeman and Josh Bell, it's just not the same. Freddie Freeman and Josh Bell, and why am I getting... Okay, hold on. Freddie Freeman and Josh Bell have almost identical numbers. They both have a 311 average, 20 home runs for Bell, 21 for Freeman, 66 RBI for Bell, 61 for Freeman. For Bell, an OPS of 10 or 1.013, 1013, I guess. And then Freeman, 991. Both great numbers. Both deserve to be all-stars with those numbers. As for who I think should start, it's a really tough choice between Freeman and Bell. I mean, I know Cubs fans are probably going to vote Rizzo because, let's be real, this is a popularity contest more than anything. But, I mean, Freeman's the best first baseman in all of baseball, like just defensively, but Josh Bell's really good too. I think I'm going to go with Freeman, but I would not be upset if Bell got the nod, but I feel like I have to go with Freeman here. All right, anyway, up next, if I can scroll. Come on. Oh, my God. This thing is slow. All right, second base now. So we've got, in the American League, we've got Jose Altuve, Tommy La Stella, and DJ LeMahieu. I'm not sure why Jose Altuve's on here because he's been known as the best second baseman in baseball for a while. But he's been injured a lot this year. His numbers don't really reflect that of an all-star. I mean, 808 OPS isn't bad, but it's not really all-star worthy. 251 batting average isn't really all-star worthy. So for me, it's between La Stella and LeMahieu, and overall, LeMahieu just has better numbers. I know a lot of people really want La Stella to start because he's on the Angels, he's on a lesser team that's not really all that great. But when you look at their numbers, LeMahieu just has the better numbers overall. 336 average, 906 OPS, 54 RBI, 12 home runs. Whereas La Stella's got a 300 average, 16 home runs, 44 RBI, and 862 OPS. I do think La Stella is all-star worthy. I mean, he had that big hot streak, but I mean, I don't think he can beat LeMahieu, so I gotta vote LeMahieu here. All right, up next for the National League, we have Ozzie Albies, Ketel Marte, and Mike Moustakas. So Ozzy Albies for the Braves, Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks, Moustakas for the Brewers. Originally, I was going to vote Moustakas because, I mean, he's been a beast. He's got a 935 OPS, 22 home runs, 48 RBIs, 280 average, really good numbers. But when you look at Ketel Marte, 316 average, 20 home runs, 51 RBI, 950 OPS, especially in the last like 8 or 9 games now, I think he's had more than one hit in those games. Like his average is up to 316 now. Like the dude's just going off. So for that reason, I feel like I got to give it to Ketel Marte here. I did vote for Moustakas in the first ballot, but I gotta go. I think I gotta go Ketel Marte here. Not really sure why Albies is on here. I feel like there's a lot of Braves and Cubs on here that really shouldn't be. And there were a lot of Dodgers that finished top 5 as well. Luckily, for the most part, it was just top 3 that got in. So, yeah. But I'm gonna vote for Ketel Marte here. I just think he deserves it. He's got some amazing numbers, and plus D-backs, Arizona, gotta show them some love. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the third baseman here. For the American League, we have Alex Bregman, Hunter Dozier, and Gio Urshela. So Bregman for the Astros, Dozier for the Royals, Urshela for the Yankees. I think, this one's tough as well because Bregman, he's been amazing, and he's amazing defensively too. And I was going to vote for him originally. I voted for him on the original ballot. But, like, when you look at Dozier's numbers as opposed to Bregman, Bregman has a 266 average, which is all right. It's not great. It's not bad. 22 home runs like that and 52 RBIs. Those are his main numbers. And a 932 OPS is always really good. Dozier's got a 297 average, 13 home runs, 42 RBI, 954 OPS. So really what it comes down to here is, do you like average and OPS better, or do you like home runs and RBIs better? Urshela, I'm not really sure why he's on here. Again, Yankees, they were another popular team in this vote, along with the Astros. And that'll show later. Like, Yankees, like, he's got a 303 average, which is pretty good. 6 home runs, 35 RBIs, 812 OPS. Not bad, but I just don't think he's worth as much as Dozier or Bregman. So it really comes down to Bregman or Dozier. And as much as I want to vote for Hunter Dozier here, I do think Bregman's got a little bit more appeal here. Bregman, I think, is better defensively than Dozier is. So it's close, but I think I got to go Bregman. I was tempted to vote Dozier, but I think Bregman overall just deserves it. Dozier deserves to be an all-star for sure. I think he should represent the Royals in the game, but I just think Bregman deserves it a little bit more. Now, third baseman for the National League, we got Josh Donaldson, Chris Bryant, and Nolan Arenado. So, Chris Bryant for the Cubs, Donaldson for the Braves, and Arenado for the Rockies. And I think the choice is pretty obvious here. You look at all 3 of their numbers. Nolan Arenado just has the best all-around. Plus, he's got insane Gold Glove defense. I mean, 317 average. 19 home runs, 62 RBIs, 953 OPS. Those are MVP-type numbers. And I predicted at the beginning of the season that he would win MVP. Right now, it doesn't look like that prediction's going to come true because there's 2 other players that we'll get to later that just look way better. But I do think Nolan Arenado will be an MVP contender for sure. So, yeah, we got to vote Arenado. I mean, Chris Bryant is having a pretty good year. Josh Donaldson with a 255 average. Not really sure why he was on the ballot. Hold on. I'm going to click change vote if it'll let me. Just to look at his numbers. Yeah, 15 home runs, 37 RBIs, 842 OPS. Bryant's got a 919 OPS, 282 average, 15 home runs, 40 RBIs. So yeah, not terrible, but it's Arenado. I think it's obvious here. Anyway, moving on to shortstop. So for the American League, we have Carlos Correa of the Astros, Jorge Polanco of the Twins, and then Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. All 3 of these guys have pretty solid numbers. Gleyber's got more home runs than the others and more RBIs. But Polanco, like if you look at Polanco's average, 326, that's pretty good with a 923 OPS. And then Correa with a 295 average. I know Correa's been hurt for a while, I think. 11 home runs, 35 RBIs, 907 OPS. Glaber's got a 903 OPS. All three of these guys have really good numbers. I think, again, it just comes down to whether you like home runs more or whether you like average and OPS more. But I think, I like to pick the guys that are a little bit less popular, although in that case I probably should have picked Dozier for third base. I mean, I don't know. It's I think it's going to be pretty close, but I do think Polanco deserves it the most. I voted for Polanco in the first wave of ballots, so I think I'm going to vote for him again. Again, it's close between any of them could be all-stars, I think. I think all three of them are all-star worthy, but I think Polanco just he's kind of come out of nowhere too. That's the other thing. He's kind of come out of nowhere. Over here, we got Javier Baez, Trevor Story, and Dansby Swanson for the National League. Not really sure why Swanson's on here. He's got a 790 OPS, 256 average. That's about average for a player. He's got some home runs and RBIs in there, but I mean, when you compare him to Javier Baez and Trevor Story, they just don't match up at all. Baez has a 287 average, 19 home runs, 52 RBIs, 879 OPS. Story's got 294, 17, 48, and 907. And again, it's close between Baez and Story. I think Baez is the more popular choice here, but I'm going to go with Story. I think Story has shown, and plus Story is playing Gold Glove defense this year. Now, so does Baez, of course, but I mean, they both deserve to be all-stars, for sure. But I think Story just deserves it a little bit more, so I'm going to give my vote to Story. Sorry, Cubs fans. All right, up next we got catcher. Now, in the AL, we got Robinson Chirinos for the Astros, James McCann for the White Sox, and then Gary Sanchez for the Yankees. Now, Chirinos, no idea why he's on here. 230 average is not all-star worthy. 837 OPS is all right, but I mean, there's players on the Giants that have an OPS over 800, and they're nowhere on this ballot. I think Brandon Belt's average is higher than that. So, yeah, not really sure why he's on here. Probably because Astros are a popular team. So it's really down to James McCann and Gary Sanchez, and I think it's really hard to pick against Gary Sanchez here. I know he's got a much lower average, but he has a higher OPS. He's got way more home runs, way more RBIs. James McCann's having a pretty good year. He's got a 328 average, which is really good. 907 OPS is pretty good, but I mean, how do you not vote for Gary here? I really don't know. Gary's just the better. Gary Sanchez has just improved tremendously, especially since he had such a bad year last year. He was trash last year. But yeah, he's definitely helped that Yankees lineup out a lot since Judge, Stanton, and all those other guys have been hurt for so long. And Stanton just went back on the IL. So yeah, I'm going to vote for Sanchez here. Over on the National League, you got Brian McCann, Yasmani Grandal, and Wilson Contreras. The obvious choice here for me is Wilson Contreras for sure. I mean, 295 average, 952 OPS, 16 homers, 47 RBIs. Grandal's numbers aren't too far behind, but I do think Contreras deserves it a little bit more. McCann's average is pretty good as well. He's having a better year than usual, but I mean, only an 821 OPS. It just doesn't stand out as much as Contreras or Grandal. But my vote's going to Contreras, so Cubs fans, there you go. There you go. I finally voted for a Cubs player. All right, now we got the outfield. So for the American League, we have Mookie Betts, Michael Brantley, Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, Austin Meadows, Josh Reddick, Eddie Rosario, George Springer, and Mike Trout. I think right away we can put Mike Trout on there, and we can put George Springer on there. I mean, those numbers don't lie. If you look at Mike Trout's numbers, both of them have a 307 average. Mike Trout, 1099 OPS. Springer, 1021 OPS. 17 home runs, 43 RBIs. Springer, I know, is just returning from an injury. So, yeah, if he wasn't injured, who knows what his numbers would be right now. He'd probably have more home runs than Trout. Trout's got 22 homers, 56 RBI. And, I mean, how could you not vote for Mike Trout? Mike Trout is the best player in baseball right now. I think he's going to be leading the way in MVP votes this year for the American League. He's probably going to win the MVP. And if I could just scroll, come on. There we go. All right, as for the third guy, I mean, Eddie Rosario's got decent numbers. 834 OPS, not great. 20 home runs is always good. 59 RBIs is pretty good. Definitely helping that Twins lineup a lot. Josh Reddick, not too sure why he's on here. He's having an okay year. 301 average, 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, 788 OPS. Meadows. Austin Meadows is the guy I'm tempted to vote for because he's got a 300 average, 921 OPS, 12 home runs, 41 RBI. Like, he's having a hell of a year for sure. And he's been doing really well for the Rays, been helping out that Rays lineup a lot, although I know he's in a bit of a slump because he had like a 340 average a couple weeks ago when the first wave of ballots went out. I mean, that's why I voted for him in the first ballot. Aaron Judge, I have no idea why he's on here. Probably because he's a Yankee and he's popular. That's probably the only reason. Because he hasn't played since April. I mean, he just got off the IL not too long ago. So, yeah. Same with Mookie Betts. I know Mookie Betts is a popular player. He's good. He's got a 261 average, 838 OPS. Not a great year, though. Not all-star worthy, I don't think. Not compared to, like, Michael Brantley or Joey Gallo, especially Joey Gallo. Like, Joey Gallo coming out of nowhere. He used to be the guy that just strikes out, walks, or hits a home run. He had like a 200 average last year. Now he's got a 276 average, 17 homers, 42 RBI, 1070 OPS. Michael Brantley, 882 OPS, 318 average. Again, very good numbers. And I'm caught between, like, really though? I think it's between Meadows and Gallo. I don't know which one to vote for. Like, I know a lot of people want to see Joey Gallo. A lot of people want to see Brantley. A lot of people want to see Meadows. I really don't know. Like, it's so tough. I think, like, Joey Gallo, I know that OPS is insane. I think he's got, like, more home runs than singles, which is ironic. But, yeah, like, he's a big power guy. It's tough. But I think I'm going to go Meadows here. Like, I want to vote for Joey Gallo. I really do, but I think I got to go with Meadows. Meadows just seems like the more appealing choice to me. He's got a better average overall. I think he gets on base a little bit more. It's really tough, but I'm going to vote for Meadows. I know that might not be the popular choice. I think the popular choice is going to be Gallo, but I am going to vote for Meadows here. All right, now in the National League, we have Ronald Acuna Jr., Albert Almora Jr., Cody Bellinger, Charlie Blackmon, Jason Hayward, Nick Markakis, Jock Peterson, Kyle Schwarber, and Christian Yelich. Now, there's two obvious choices right off the bat here. Christian Yelich is one of them. I mean, look at those numbers. 336 average, 29 homers, 63 RBI, 1159 OPS. That's the best in the league in OPS. So, I mean, how do you not vote for him? So, yeah, definitely Yelich. The other guy is, as much as this pains me because I'm a Giants fan and I really don't want to vote for any Dodgers, I have to vote for Cody Bellinger. 1163 OPS, 354 average, 26 homers, 63 RBI. I mean, you'd be stupid not to vote for him. And this proves to all you Dodgers fans that I'm not biased either, because otherwise I wouldn't be voting for him. And actually, Bellinger has a higher OPS than Yelich now. That's actually kind of surprising, because Yelich had the higher OPS not too long ago. As for the third guy, Kyle Schwarber, 232 average, 785 OPS. Hell no. I don't even know why he's on this list. Same with Jock Peterson. 232 average, 20 home runs is always good. 873 OPS, not bad, but no, he's not an all-star. 232 average is not an all-star. Nick Markakis, I mean, not a bad average, but OPS and home runs just not there for me. He can drive runs in, but yeah, just not an all-star worthy. Same with Jason Hayward. I mean, 796 OPS. A lot of people that don't really deserve to be on here, I feel like. And then Almora as well. I mean, why is Albert Almora Jr. on here? 247 average, 682 OPS, 7 home runs, 22 RBI. How is that all-star worthy? And Ronald Acuna Jr., he's got some really good numbers. 289 average, 19 homers, 51 RBI, 877 OPS. But I think the logical choice here and the right choice is Charlie, if I can scroll. come on, there we go, is Charlie Blackmon. I mean, 325 average, 18 homers, 49 RBI, 999 OPS, just below 1,000. And he had that big streak where he had like 3 or 4 games in a row where he had 4 hits, or 3 or 4 hits, or something ridiculous like that. He just went off. So, yeah, I got to go with Chuck Nasty, a.k.a. Charlie Blackmon here. And then last but not least, we have the DH. Now, all 3 of these guys have pretty decent numbers. Nelson Cruz, 264 average, 13 homers, 36 RBI, 877 OPS. JD Martinez, I'm sure, is going to be the most popular choice here. 287 average, 17 homers, 45 RBI, 892 OPS. And then Hunter Pence, my boy from the Giants, who's now with the Rangers. 294 average, 15 homers, 48 RBI, 962 OPS. Hunter Pence has always been one of my favorite players when he was with the Giants. I've loved him. Unfortunately, he had a really bad year last year, which sucks because that led the Giants to give up on him, but then he's coming back with the Rangers. He's probably going to win Comeback Player of the Year, I'm guessing. But, yeah, I got to go with my boy Hunter Pence here. I'm sure JD Martinez is going to be the more popular choice, but when you look at the numbers, Pence just stands out to me a lot more. I'm voting for my boy Hunter Pence. And there it is. So with that being done, I'm going to review and submit, and then I'm going to end the video. So let's see. I don't know if I have to enter anything. So I'm going to cut the camera here, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, and there it is. There is my ballot. Thank you for voting, it says. Voting will conclude on Thursday, June 27th. Results will be revealed at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it actually concludes at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 Pacific. So if you live on the West Coast, 1 p.m. tomorrow is how long you have. And there is my ballot once again. So once again, for the American League, at first base, Carlos Santana. Second base, DJ LeMahieu. Third base, Alex Bregman. Shortstop, Jorge Polanco. In the outfield, we have Austin Meadows, George Springer, and Mike Trout. Catcher, we have Gary Sanchez. And the DH, we have Hunter Pence. For the National League, first base, we have Freddie Freeman. Second base, Ketel Marte. Third base, Nolan Arenado. Shortstop, Trevor Story. Outfield, Cody Bellinger, Charlie Blackmon, and Christian Yelich. And at catcher, Wilson Contreras. So there is my ballot, guys. What did you think of it? Do you agree with some of my choices? Do you disagree with some of my choices? Who would you guys vote for? And if you do want to vote, make sure you leave those votes. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, who would you vote for the 2019 MLB All Star Game? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content to come in the future. And until next time, once again, my name is the California Cougar. And always remember to stay California cool. Peace.